Mic check. Whoa. Voice is sounding a little groggy there. Probably due to the smoke and stuff. Ash in the air out here. Things have cleared up a little bit and the sky's still smoky though. Ivy Ramirez, T-Bone in the house, Monisha. Greetings. Clear my throat there a little bit. All right, we are live. Direct. I'm gonna see if I could activate my camera. I had it to where it was tracking me. And I think when I moved, I've been noticing it. There we go. Now you're following me. Yeah, it'll like untrigger the tracking mode. And then see the intro, I almost had it there. I think on after the countdown, it cut to me for like a sliver of a second and then it dropped my intro. So I'm getting a little better on the queuing up of those intro drops there. Anyway, hope everyone's well tonight. We're doing good. Fam is good. Prayers and thoughts are still going out to those affected by the situation out here. And we'll briefly touch on it, but we're going to be changing gears tonight. Not sure if you read the title there, but yeah, I got some game cam footage. I tried sharing last time, but it didn't work out because I think I had it in a different format. And then so I switched one video to a different format from the MP4, which I think it is. And it seemed to work, but then I was able to upload and play the other videos as well. So I think everything should work out tonight. We'll give it a shot. Anyway, what's up, my night owls? Yeah, we've been doing these pretty late night, random, unexpected lives. And they've been pretty fun. So we'll hang out tonight for a bit. And as usual, don't feel pressure to be here. We're not holding anyone hostage. Come and go, come and flow as you go. What's up, Javier? Crazy Javier. In the house. T-Bone, good to hear from you, brother. And I appreciate everyone's messages. There's several I haven't responded to, but whoa, today was a whole lot of messages coming my way. And they weren't only for me, but they were to California and beyond. So much appreciated. So we'll be receiving and transmitting those vibes out there too. Right on, T-Bone. Glad you caught it also. Peace and love, Monisha. Right on. We need more of that going on. Let's see. Well, we're talking the fire situation. There's several more. I went live earlier, I think a couple times. Once on YouTube, but several times on the TikTok. And then I tested out Twitch. So I'm over on Twitch now. Haven't posted anything, but I tested out their live. And yeah, eventually we will be merging those platforms as we figure how we want to stream. Eventually I want to invest into one of these streaming services to get the full package. Right now, we're using the free StreamYard service, which has been cool, but we will be stepping it up. And I'm ready to step it up. So, anyone out there with any tips or information on that and would like to share, hey, send it our way. So, yeah, there's I believe they're calling it is it the Kenneth fire? Something like that. I think it's out towards Woodland Hills, I was hearing, Calabasas area. Nice. Have you ever visited the Angeles? I'm believing Angeles National Forest. What area? Because I know due to the Eaton fire, they're probably all that's going to be probably shut down. I would imagine. I don't know if Highway 2 is open, and Highway 2 had just reopened not too long ago. It was closed several years. We're talking about the Bobcat fire that happened. I guess that was like 4 years ago already. It's Yeah, it's weird. I thought I had been up there before that, and I had at some point, and then I remember when they closed the road, and then it was, yeah, a long time. Now they've reopened it, but who knows what the deal is now. Russell here. Greetings, Russell. Glad you're here and joined us. Russell's comment here. I'd expect the legendary creatures are vacating the lava tubes under that part of LA County, but it's still way down there. So I don't suspect we'll see activity in our Oregon lava tubes affected by it. Hmm. Yeah, there's a whole talk, especially lately. There's been a lot of talk about the underground, uh, call it underworld of LA, and not like the underworld is like crime, but yeah, there's a whole other. There's talks about the lizard people, and but from what I found out, it wasn't actual like reptilians or anything. It was like this culture of people that, and this was way back, um, that revered. I don't know if it was the dragon or something like that, some sort of reptile, and that's why the lizard people came about. There's this dude I used to see on Hollywood Boulevard back in the day that uh, he had scales tattooed all over him. He was bald, and this is way back before people were really doing stuff like that. And then he had these, I guess, bolts or something on his forehead, and he looked like, and he probably had his tongue slit too. He looked very much reptilian of some sort. Let's see, Javier. You did not cross all the way. Wonder how far you got. John Hicks did like a 40-minute run ride through the area. I'm not sure what area we're talking here. Talking the lava tubes still. And that's you, the Ring of Fire guy, huh? Yeah, and people heard of that. Some of them feel like the ant people were possibly gray aliens. I could see that being in like some sort of relation there. There's always the insect description of these aliens. You got the mantoids, there's the mantises, insectoids. Never see. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that, but growing up in Hollywood, I've seen a lot of strange people, and some of these people I do question. Could be possessed or could be extraterrestrial. Yeah, bro, with the split tongue. Way before a lot of people were doing stuff like that. It was a trip. But yeah, I would see, yeah, a lot, gutter punks and a lot of trippy people on that boulevard. What's up, Van Oto? Good to see you. Glad you're hanging out. And so, yeah, let's see. I pulled up a little something on the fires. We'll take a look. Start pulling some stuff up here. Just wanted to greet everyone, see who else is in here. All right. Boom. Share that. We'll switch. Let's see. Take this comment. Boom. So a little headline there. Not sure if everyone could. Remember, you guys could zoom. Don't forget. I don't know if you could zoom on, like, if I think on your phones and iPads and on your desktop, but I'm not sure if you're on like TV and all of that. That's why I think a lot of people have trouble also liking videos and stuff. I think a lot of people are watching on like their TVs also. I think like that it's even though you could like, but I think it's a little more difficult to do all that. Just my thoughts on that. But yeah, here we got some recent updates and check out this. I don't know if you guys could see my arrow and gals, but last time I was kind of checking, I haven't really checked out all the lives, just briefly here and there. But I don't think my arrow points. But anyway, that first top left headline, you read under there. Check it out. Whoops, sorry about that. I'll leave the comments down for a second. And for those, if you're having trouble seeing or if you're just listening to this, it has a picture of one of the scenes in Los Angeles, and it says, like a bomb was dropped. And it says, authorities warn of extensive damage as LA fires rage. Interesting how they worded that, I thought. And then there's a couple other uh, headlines here. There's a few that stood out to me. Oh yeah, so they touched on the fatality count, which is a bummer. And yeah, I heard 5 yesterday, and I think Derek had put in a Woo Riders uh fellow follower. See if he pops in tonight. Now that I said his name, we probably summoned him. What's up, John Boy? Yeah, he had mentioned he put the number 9, I think it was, and so I had thought maybe that was referring to the number count when we were discussing it, but yeah, it looks like it's still 5 here so far. And I heard in certain areas, I think it's out in the Palisades, they were letting people back in, but with only to get prescription medicine, and they needed to show proof of all that, and just a whole other bunch of stuff that I've been hearing. But like I said, we won't stay on this too long. And then here at the bottom left, you'll see KTLA posted one. And that's the Kenneth fire we're talking. Um, Out towards Calabasas, I believe it is. They arrested a suspect for arson, and there's been talks of that. The arson thing going on. Um, Crazy stuff. Yeah, my nephew actually sent us a message earlier that there was a lady trying to start a fire in the Boyle Heights area. There's like right near the shop, our shop, and I didn't hear any more about it. But I would imagine that, yeah, even this situation would trigger certain people because there's a lot of cray cray peeps out here, and so yeah, you gotta watch out. Definitely watch out for stuff like that. I've heard looting already going on in certain areas and stuff like that. Andy Cowley, what up? Let's see here. Yeah, we have no idea how it started. There's, like I said, a lot of talks about what might, and just anomalies, you know, certain anomalies, and people were using that exact word to describe. I'm all about anomalies, so yeah, and there are certain things I pointed out earlier in the lives from today. Let's see here. Boom, we'll take that out. All right. Checking the messages here too. It takes me a little bit. All right. Van Gold switched up to Van Gold. What's up, Rod? Yeah, so that was another LA LA riots. Uh yeah, I was in Hollywood at the time, and that was wild. I was talking to my brother about that just the other day, and it's this feeling that I get during big events, and a lot of those big events have happened out here. Um LA riots was one of them. Northridge earthquake. Um, what's another one? There's several others. Oh, 911 was another one. And it's just this certain feeling, it's just like a disruption to the normal, regularly scheduled program of society. And I don't know, there's something about it that I like too, but it's not good because it's a negative thing going on. But I think there's big good ones too when maybe certain celestial events. It's just this particular feeling. I think it's just that disruption of the normal schedule that I like. And yeah, definitely have that feeling now. What up, Kaiju? Doing well tonight, man. Hope you're doing 100 as well. I tapped in with some of the people that I know that were nearby and were more or less affected or closely affected, and touched base with them. They've been pretty cool, I mean, from what they told me. And yeah, watched, touched base with some of the stuff on the news and online, and then took a break from it. But we're touching on it a little bit here. What else we got? We got Area 51 en la casa. ¿Qué pasa? Con la raza, Juanito. ¿Qué te digo? Yep. Yeah, people were doing videos of certain areas. I think it might have been, it looked like Pasadena to me, but it might have been Altadena. Altadena is like kind of above Pasadena. Um, well, it's weird. It depends how areas, maybe there's certain areas that meet. And, but I know they're right there, right next to each other. Um, but I'm thinking Altadena's more in the foothills. Uh, but Pasadena has areas in the foothills too. So anyway, um, yeah, the videos being shot. The guy was like, yeah, he kept saying it was like apocalyptic, and it did look apocalyptic. I was like, whoa, couldn't believe it. And that's just not far from here at all. 15. If so, we're right near South Pasadena. That's just up the road here. So, all right. Earlier tonight, also, let's see what else happened. What were the highlights of today? BD's highlights at the shop. Always something popping there. There was one point, can't remember really anything, but we did get something very interesting. We'll get into that right now. It was about hmm, later in the evening. It was already getting dark outside. It was kind of pretty dark. And I was outside of the shop and I look up and I noticed what looked like a plane going by. But then not too far from that plane going by, I noticed looked like just a red light kind of blinking, but that wasn't moving. It was just like hovering there. And then it started to kind of move. And I'm like, all right, let me hurry up, get my phone ready. And by that time I pointed up, um I had lost the object. And keep in mind, the sky is smoky, so it's a little bit difficult to see. And then I spotted it again and started recording. So could it be one of these drones? People are talking about the drone activity dying down. I don't know, but from what I heard, touched base with Diesel in New Jersey yesterday and asked him. And thank you again for the messages, all of you uh, sent to my phone and on these platforms here. Uh, yeah, he said it seems to have died down. So I don't know if that's true, but it seems like in the media it has. And now the focus, well, at least out here, is what's going on here. I'm not sure in other states or the rest of the nation. Irish whiskey, what up, bud? Happy New Year's. Yep. Yes, sir. It's been a while. You still doing your thing there with the paranormal? Yeah, that too. Kaiju. I don't know if you've seen yesterday's live. You were there with us hanging out, right? Did you see the little UFO clip that I played? That it was a clip sent to me. I made it into, I posted it in my short videos, and it's of Fox News live at the Eaton Fire, which is right near here. Uh, and that's where I believe all the fatalities were so far. Um, there was an object recorded on live TV that zipped by the screen, and so we showed that yesterday, and today they were talking about it with Jessica Jones and Midwest Night Watchers earlier tonight. But yeah, it could have been maybe something that uh, Woo Riders had mentioned, like a propane tank. It could have been something that, due to the fire, maybe exploded and just shot out and just looked like a UFO. Not sure, but keep in mind that's in the Angeles National Forest. It's a lot of strange stuff, I think, that's going on in that area. NASA JPL is just off to the side from Eaton Canyon. So I wonder, yeah, if those fires are affecting NASA JPL area there. Your theory is UFO activity follows livestock activity because, well, it's dumb, but I believe they like hamburgers and the people abductions are just accidental collateral damage. Russell. Yeah, he does, and he could make them come true. Elon has fantasies. Yeah, T-Bone, time travelers always show up in times of despair. So how about we check out this video clip here? And so I mentioned it was blinking red, really red when I seen it with my eyes. And that happens a lot when I spot certain objects. Though in my, through my eyes, it'll look pretty bright and but then the camera won't pick it up, or it'll happen the other way around. I'm just happy I captured it and it wasn't a miss, because that does happen quite a lot. You see something and you try, and sometimes the capture's not great, and then sometimes you don't capture it at all. And I think I like to call those non captures more of a personal ones. So instead of getting upset, like, damn it, yeah, let that feeling out. You didn't capture it. But on the other side, you experienced it, you witnessed it, and so it's a personal one. That's how I look at it now. There's been a lot of, like, even out bigfooting. There's been stuff, you get the sounds that you don't get to capture or hear, and then your equipment doesn't pick it up, or whatever the case is. It happens. So yeah, here we go. Let me rewind
Look,
this. So I have trouble finding it. It's once I got the camera ready.
all right, got a red object here. Almost lost it.
Of course, the StreamYard logos
Plane just went
almost
by it.
covered it.
See the red picking up. Zoom out a little bit, see if it picks it up.
It's pretty high up also.
That thing is lingering. Glad I'm getting it, because when I spotted it, it took me a second to get the phone ready, and I didn't see it after that. Checking out Jessica Jones right now. They're talking about the fire situation. And we
So
did
the
also
object is
last night,
moving,
so check
and
that
then
out.
it is pausing.
Okay, I'm gonna really zoom out to give you an idea. Now it's starting to move there. I want to kind of change angles here, but I don't want to lose it, so we'll stay here for now. See, it's in one position now. When I seen it, it was really red, blinking red.
and get StreamYard banners. Boy.
Real faint now. It's not
Yeah,
a
well, when you zoom in,
chopper. It's
Russell,
not
it
a
blows out the
maybe one of those
whatever it
weird
is
drones. Yes.
you're aiming at.
It's not an airplane.
What's up, Poncho? Sorcho.
See if we could catch it over on this side.
That's outside of our shop, Russell.
And I don't see it. And keep in mind that it's real smoky out too. So thankfully we're able to see that. And of course I can't find it now, but take a few more seconds. Look. See, that's an airplane there.
All right. Better than nothing. Just thought I'd share that. So that was tonight. Again, the traffic cams, Russell here. Most of them are operational, but I don't know the area well enough. And there are literally thousands of them. Okay. Yeah, man. There's been taking quite a bit of footage of it, so I'll let Butcher know. I've been telling Butcher's the artist that did the mural, and I've been telling him definitely everyone's comments on his art there. Much appreciated. Thank you. Chris, good evening. Good to see you. Good to hear from you. Yeah, glad everything's nice and quiet there in Fortuna. A friend of mine up in Blue Lake, I actually stayed at their place this last time when I came down from up there. That was the night of that comet that was going by. It's a cool night. Told me that the doors are open, and they've always been like that anytime, you know. And so yeah, I appreciate that. And I'd love to head up to Humboldt. We'll be back soon. Yeah, we were talking the fires earlier. Yep, definitely. We're touching on Mount Wilson earlier. I know the towers are up there, those radio towers, the observatory, and hopefully none of that burned. I haven't heard from Cosmic uh, Sovereign Wildman. Hopefully you're doing all right, bro. I know you're close to the Palisades area, going out that way, but I think you're further out. Hopefully you're doing well there. Um, I remember him saying one time that he feels like up on Mount Wilson under those towers I'm mentioning that he feels it goes under the mountain there. Something's under that mountain. And I find it interesting that it's also called Mount Wilson, like the one Carl Crusher investigates over in which one's that one in Nevada, I believe. Hillbilly Herb. Cheers, brother. Light it up, man. Yeah, well, if they let them through, if they're able to get through, who knows? I don't think. Yeah, I wonder if some of those fires have affected the PCT, Pacific Crest Trail. Oh, is there several Mount Baldies, huh? Yeah, I would imagine. Yeah, this one here is notorious. The Southern California one. That's where the actor Julian Sands went missing and was actually found. What was it last? Was it this last year, sometime, or the year before that? But he was missing for about a year or so. Someone did an awesome breakdown on YouTube, and they even went and did like boots on the ground where they believe uh he had gone and where he was found, and it was some other hikers that found him as well. I think so. I think they get into all that. Uh, Probably look it up. I forget the title of that particular video, but yeah, super sad story there. And they say he knew Mount Baldy. He hiked there a whole lot. But that mountain is constantly on the news. It's been on the news since I've been out here a whole lot, and it's just one of those places. And my brother we'll do a Mount Baldy night. Actually, my brother has footage from when he went, and I could share some of the stories. He actually went up with my nephew, who got the that interesting thermal footage from the Angeles Forest here recently. If you don't know what we're talking about, just check out some of the videos. You'll see some recent thermal footage. And so that nephew of ours went up hiking with my brother and a friend of ours, my brother's friend, who's an avid hiker. He hikes all over. He goes to different states to go hiking and stuff like that. So this guy's all about it. And my brother actually had stepped up his game and has done a lot of hiking out here in Southern California. And they had done Mount Baldy. And my brother's very aware of all the stuff that I'm into. I mean, he's put me onto a lot of stuff, and I share stuff with him. So he knows about the different things going out in these areas, especially the areas named, uh, Devil, Diablo, you know, stuff like that. That weird stuff's going on in those spots. So up there, they have the Devil's Backbone, and that's where a lot of stuff happens too. And so you got some cool footage from there, and hopefully, I get to go up there at some point. I've been asking bro to take me. I don't want to go alone. And then Jonathan Easley, the homie, Western Bigfoot Explorations. Oh yeah, where you at, Jonathan? I seen your message too, brother. I appreciate that. It was super cool to hear. He was commenting on the Eaton fire. We're showing video of when my sister and I went hiking up there, and which is uh, unfortunately burning. And Jonathan, here you go. Get a whoop. Uh, he was saying that John Muir hiked up to Eaton Canyon and felt that it was a pretty gnarly hike. And yeah, if you check out yesterday's live, I think it was, he dropped that comment. So appreciate that, Jonathan. Hope you're doing good, homie. Hope to see you soon. Bless up to you and your fam. You need researchers to trust you and let you make a little itinerary so you will visit and see for real explorers. Yeah. I don't know if that's the invitation for me, but let's see T-Bone catch KTLA here last. The observatory was okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Griffith Park is burning. Griffith Park has burned before. And speaking of Griffith Park, I had just seen something also. I'm always doing that. I had just seen, but seriously, thing on Griffith Park, the man, and just how, yeah, dude. got arrested for being drunk and belligerent, and yeah, had a weird relationship with his wife and all these things, and just how he became owner of that property. And yeah, interesting story. I didn't know about all that. And then we talked also how Steve Stockton did a thing on Griffith Park and Los Feliz. Los Feliz, what did they call it? The Curse. No, it's super good, really informative about that area. Grew up around that area. So, um, and then I had gone to do a thing on there's this urban legend of the hiding man, and that's all really weird and creepy. I think there might be some truth to whatever's happening there, and you could look that up, hiding man, Griffith Park, and Steve also touched on that there. And salute to Steve. Steve also sent the message to check up on me. Appreciate that, brother. Hope you're well. Uh, blessings to the fam. Here's some bikes ripping in the back. That's got to be the 10 freeway. Not really. Do any of you ever feel cursed? Not lately. All right. So there's some game cam footage. We tried playing it last time and it didn't work out, but I think it's gonna pop off tonight, y'all. And this is from the Bluff Creek area. And for those that aren't familiar with Bluff Creek, is where the Patterson Gimlet Bigfoot footage was taken. And for those of you that aren't familiar with that, which I know most of you are, but there's still people that don't know about it. Um, this is what we're talking about here. Y'all remember that? That's Patty there. And so this is the area we'll be talking about tonight. And we were there recently. Last year, went twice and spent quite a bit of time there. And yes, I've lived in the area. Just a little heads up for peeps that don't know. We've gone to this particular spot plenty of times. And Kaiju Ninja, who's maybe in the chat still, hopefully will be coming up there with us at some point. And so yeah, this time around, I got myself a game cam again. And I used to have a bunch of them. I used to have like 8 game cams and got down to 1, and then that one got, I think, nibbled on. The wires got nibbled on by a rodent maybe. And he's still here, folks. Um, so I had to get a new game cam, and I just got one. But man, they got some real good deals on like sets of 4 and more and stuff. So eventually, and I know some guys don't like using game cams. I do, just in case. It doesn't mean. Actually, some believe it's a Bigfoot deterrent. Um, I don't know. I wonder. So let's check out this first clip. So I set up the game camp right by the creek, Bluff Creek, and this is at a louse camp. Louse camp is a well-known camp in the area there, and there's a amazing swimming hole there. It's one of my favorite spots to camp when I'm out there, and yeah, a lot of history there. And so this time I decided to set up the game cam, and I set it up right by the creek. Figured maybe back in that area. And I just went by feeling, no uh no special you know format I was just going by gut, like, oh yeah, that's a good spot there. And I wasn't trying to fool anything either. No Bigfoot or anything. They're probably, if they were in the area watching us, probably watch you do those things. So that's probably why they stay away from them, or probably why people don't capture them much on them. But what happened was, so after the trip, I wasn't able to check any of that footage. I just know that I had set up the game cam in several areas. And in this particular area, when I got back home, I was going through uh, the some of the footage because on the actual game cam, you could go through the videos and pictures, and I started noticing what looked like an anomaly. And so it was a little bright light, and at first I thought maybe it was maybe a leaf or something hanging from like a spider web or something like that because it was moving kind of oddly, but it definitely stood out to me. And let's take a look. Oh, whoops. Boom, boom, boom. This is actually the alert from earlier today. It went live because everyone in LA County, I guess, had gotten an alert, it seemed like, but it was aimed for just a specific area. It was a fire I think it was a Kenneth fire or something like that. And so I was like, you know what? Let me go live and see what everyone else is saying. Um, our family were just like, hey, be on alert. So we're on alert here for anything else, happening. So anyway, that was that earlier, and always I was always creeped out by those alerts. You get those amber alerts and stuff like that. Sometimes just kind of throws me off when I get them. And then I was going live over on TikTok, and check it out over on TikTok. They be turning it up over there. Got quite a bit of traffic. That was pretty cool. So big up to those peeps tapping in. Here we got some footage. All right. Sounds like we got audio also. So notice on the right side of the screen, that right there, I think was a bug. But if you notice towards the middle and the right side of the screen, which I'll try to use the arrow, I don't think that'll pop up though. There's a pretty bright little object there, and it seems to be floating around. And I think this footage might be maybe towards the morning, maybe the sun's rising. What up, wild man? How you doing, bro? I told you, I knew we were gonna summon him. Just took a little bit. Were your ears burning? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we got the so that was a clip there. I don't know if you guys got to spot that. We'll run it again, and then oh, so Calabasas fire is under control. Right on. Good news. Yep. Read the rest of that comment there. You're good, bro. Hope all is well. TikTok. Are you on any other platforms, Kaiju? Gonna run another clip from the game cam. Yeah, this game cam's not bad. Pretty cheap too. All right, see here's another darker later in the night, I would imagine. All the dates and time stamps are all there too. They're just not in order or anything. Right on. So hit Kaiju up on Facebook. Hi, Hillbilly Herb. One of the kind of channels I'm on does a show called Tic Tac Toe, like a Hollywood Squares. Funny. So, any ideas what that object could be? Could you guys see the object we're talking about on like middle of this, the middle of the screen, all the way to the right? See this thing kind of floating around there? All right, that's clip number 2. We're gonna run another one here. Let's see. So right here, the cameras. I think this is possibly a different day. I might have moved the camera a little bit, but it's in the same general area. But notice the object now. I don't know if it's the same one, but it's at the top, towards the top left, kind of under the duck, under the StreamYard duck. Yeah, it definitely gets brighter and dims too. Yeah, I thought it was pretty weird. As someone what I call a reliable source. I know we all have our reliable sources, and those reliable sources may come in different. How would you say? Maybe my reliable source wouldn't be reliable to you, and vice versa. Uh but no, I fully trust this person, and that this person, they're not like woo Tang Clan. Um, but this person mentioned fairy lights when I sent them a clip of this. And I was like, oh, interesting that you say that. Because I have heard the, you know, relation between possibly these weird types of lights and stuff and the Fae. And of course other things. Out here our intention is was Bigfoot. But as you can see, there's other possible stuff going on here. So now here, most of the clips are going to be on this side again. And these are all different clips. So it was pretty much in the same area, most of the clips. And like I said, I didn't check this till I got back to SoCal. So if I would have known this was going on at the time, I would have done some more like a daytime, set up some more cameras there, done a night investigation in that particular area. And I haven't noticed any audio, anything out of the ordinary. But who knows? That's why I've been liking playing these clips with you all, because having extra sets of eyes and ears, it's always good, and opinions. Yeah, you don't know if animals like bats can detect IR illumination, but having boost to the available spectrum can really bring up the whole image with some cams. The Bat Mom greetings. And I'll bring up something funny, Kaiju. I don't know if you heard, but I had asked the Bat Mom several weeks back if she was your mom. For some reason I thought maybe that was your mom, because I know you do go out the field with your mom, right? So, and for some reason I thought the bat must have excused me about that. The bat mom was like, what? Let's see, BD, do you have, oh, have I seen orbs at Bluff Creek before this footage? In the sky, but they could have been satellites, but a lot of those weird orby looking things I have seen up in the lights. And the other night, I don't know if you joined us that night, but we did like a thing on the property where I used to live in southern Humboldt. And I call Bluff Creek Humboldt, although technically it's like four different counties that actually meet in that area. But so I've been a little more technical about that too as I learn what counties are where out there up in this particular area here, because it's yeah, del Norte County, Humboldt County. I believe Siskiyou runs up there, Trinity, and they all kind of meet in the Bluff Creek area there. And so Robert Leiterman, um, from the Bluff Creek Project, who's rad with maps, was breaking that down for us this time around too. We're checking out the maps and figuring out what county was where. And excuse me, my throat's a little bit. I got a little something to sip on here. So let's throw on another clip here. So this is look, this is light footage of the area, and I don't think I noticed the anomaly. You guys might, but I don't see it anywhere here in this clip. That sounds rad, huh? But yeah, is that what it means? Siskiyou. I wonder what that means. I know that's it's a native tribe, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta go. I always put the disclaimer. I'm not, if I'm not mistaken. All right, let's run that daytime clip again to see if we notice anything during the day. So it seems like whatever it is tends to come out at during the darker hours. Here we go, all aboard. Everyone has their tickets. So I don't notice anything in the daytime clip here or the light time clip. Here goes another one. I think this. See, and there it is on the right side again, towards the middle of the screen. Towards the right of the screen, and towards the middle. And I think if that were a bug, it would I don't know, moved away by now. That's a bug there, I think, but maybe not. Never know. There was a couple clips where you could clearly see a moth going by. Yeah, glad you noticed that, hillbilly. That's what we're talking about there. So I've been also checking because I've been just focusing on the subject there, but at the same time, I always got to look around for other things. And there's a few clips where there is what looks like a bug going by, but I think it's could be whatever this thing is that we're looking at. And I did make a little video out of that. I think a week or so ago, maybe a couple weeks already. Let's see here. Got a couple more clips of it. Here's a little darker scene. And this clip to me, it doesn't look quite spherical. It's got a weird little shape to it. And once again, this is you know, Bluff Creek, not far from the Roger Patterson Bigfoot site. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Kaiju. I was thinking maybe a leaf like caught on a spider web or something clear like that. Seems like it's dangling, but if you notice the tree next to it, it's not moving like that. You know, I would imagine that some of those leaves maybe on the trees would also be moving like that. Run that clip again. Kind of moved quite a bit in this one. I was kind of waiting for like a big shadow to walk by and block the block the screen or something. Hmm. My mouth made a funny little sound there. It was like a little fart blast. Wow, man. Camera eight's pretty good. Not pixel at all. Is that our camera here that we're looking at? Yeah, no, it was I claimed it. Lovey love. You're good. It's funny, there's been I wanna do a uh a vid because there's several I'll just call them Bigfooters. Maybe you know, they wouldn't consider maybe one of them or two might not consider themselves that, but they're in the Bigfoot arena big time. And these people have farted on on their videos or their lives. And yeah, like it was no thing, y'all. No shame in the game. Didn't say excuse me or bless me or and yeah, so I think it'd be rad to do a like a mashup of those clips. I'm sure Sovereign Cosmic Wildman would appreciate it. I got one more clip. Let's see what this one has here. Oh no, so that was all the game cam footage there. I mean, it's not all of it. There's a bunch of clips, but we're only allowed to load up 10 videos here. So I picked out randomly 10. There's a lot more of this. Maybe in the future we'll be putting more to get more videos together of it. Like I said, we already did one. And so this last clip is back to the old property, Southern Humboldt, where these I want to say these similar types of lights, I'm gonna call this a light here, would show up frequently. And just the other night we showed several old clips from there. And we showed the property during the daytime, parts of the property to give you guys an idea of the terrain there and the flora. And I don't know if we showed any fauna, but yeah, there's always deer and wildlife around there. And so these lights would pop up, and I got another little clip because there was a whole lot of that going on. Like I said, it was happening pretty much nightly. If things were visible out, chances are they would show up. And so I got another little clip. Is Smurfy in here? There he is. Smurfy in the house. Yep, he got summoned. Someone called Smurfy out. Let's see. Bat Mom. Do I know where we first met? Possibly. Was it on did we ever hang out at over on Bigfoot Odyssey? But no, I'm not sure. But I know it's been maybe a few years, right? That we've known of each other. I see you around. Pancho Zorcho still hanging. Did you figure out how to do the name change, Pancho? If you go to your channel and you go, it should give you the option maybe towards the top where your logo is. You should see like a little pencil or something like that. If you go to it, it should say edit, and it should give you the option to edit your name somewhere there. So give it a shot. Considering getting out of bed. Ah. Oh wow, the Bat Mom. Then we go way, way back. BDRP. It's funny. I got a. Did I? Yeah, I did tell the Swamp Dweller story because it was through the BDRP that I met Swamp Dweller. We're hanging out once backstage. It's just us three, and I had a weird like. I don't know if I was just tired or what, but I had knocked out on them and then woke up and they were still chatting away. And it made me wonder because that's where the orb stuff was going on. And I was like, man, that was kind of weird. And, I'm a night owl. It wasn't like me to fall asleep like that. I began to question what had happened. I was like, is there some abduction type activity going on here? There's been some weird moments where I've questioned, like, whoa, what happened? Like, but it was just partying, which we don't do too much of anymore. Think you have to change your email name to change it? No. Nope. Give it a shot. Like I said, you should be able to change it. I didn't have to change my email or anything. Oh yeah, with the Bat Mom, it was kind of weird. And even if people are partying, I think yeah, you have to be very careful because that's where you could get jumped, right? Things could jump in you. There was an interesting one I heard recently. I heard even during surgery, which to me makes sense because you're kind of vulnerable, right? You're sedated or um, just not all there. It's possible for, I think, entities or just things to catch a ride with you. All right, here we go. Sorry, I had should have put myself up there or something. I was all staring at the camera the whole time, like
Right,
I was
the
talking to
lights
you
here.
direct. But
And I have seen strange lights in this particular area. It's not in my normal orb area. This is down
we might have ran this the
further
other night
down
too,
in the
but we'll run
valley.
it again just to see.
And
I thought
it's
there was
maybe 5
similarities,
in the morning.
and this one has a second one
And
behind it. That's why it has a little weird,
I
almost
noticed the
looks like a
lights on.
tail to it. So to me, it's like
And so I
two
popped out
objects.
and I was just staring at it for a second to see if anything was going on there.
Soul
I
jumper.
heard the loudest wood knock.
Yeah, it stimulates. Stimulate goes way
Something
back
else happened.
too.
And I'm not saying this is related to
That is Smurfy, the Bat
morbid
Mom.
activity, but
Yep.
makes you wonder
We're
sometimes.
having a reunion moment here.
It looks like
It's
I got
a
the lights. I don't have the best view of the lights
very
because
special
there's a
moment.
bunch of trees in the way, but I could see that the camera's picking up a little something there. The lights are stationary, they're not moving. And if it were people, I don't see why, or yeah, I don't see why they would have the lights on right now and in that particular area.
So the Bat
Last
Mom,
time I
this
seen
is
these lights
Southern
down
Humble
there,
up
they were
up
orange in color,
above the
and they
hills
looked
of
like a bunch of little
Garberville,
sprites. It was a bunch of little,
Alder Point Road,
and those
near the
guys
New
were
Harris store.
darting around.
And the Bat Mom also earlier we had Chris in chat who was a longtime resident here in the Angeles Forest area of Southern California. And he's a resident of Fortuna
We
now.
actually had rain last night, and the coyotes. It's been a long time since we had rain. Coyotes were going off just a little while
Thank you,
ago.
T-Bone. T-Bone, these
That's
are
actually
the
what got me
throwback
up.
captures. These are
This
way back, maybe like 5, 6 years ago, maybe even more. When I lived up north.
nothing too exciting, I guess, for people.
Yes, it is the
Nothing
Bat
else.
Mom.
I'm just running the camera, see if we could pick up any other sounds or activity.
There it is, confirmation. And stimulate, I also met way back over on the
The sun pops out,
BDRP.
we
Met
can
a
check
lot of
out
people
this same
back
area,
there.
see if
And I
there's
see
anything there.
DDoS is back on doing his lives and stuff.
I have been told that in our area here, there's several sacred Native American sites. You could walk around and find arrowheads and stuff like that around here. And as soon as I heard that knock, I got the chills. Got those chills. My hair stood up. Goosebumps.
Whoops, hit the mic there. All right. I'll be sharing. Most of these videos are posted on the channel already. They're from way back. Just thought I'd bring it back because I know a lot of the people that we're hooked up with today and interacting with today I don't think they've seen some of that footage, and I always like talk and refer to it like people have seen all that, and I got to remind myself that most people probably haven't. Yeah, that was. I appreciate that, Kaiju. It's all with the older iPhone. It's all I had no, I had different cameras at the moment, but that was just the quickest thing available. And then I think at the time I might have had the Canon, but just didn't really know how to operate that type of camera. And then I did have a Sony, like a Sony flip cam for a while, and I know there's footage with that. And I believe there is another type of handheld camera that I had at the time too, where it was getting way better footage than the phone. So yeah, next time we'll go through my YouTube videos and check some of those out. There's another interesting one that happened where it was a bunch of these types of lights, but they were all orange, and it was like a cluster of them on the ground. It was very strange. That happened a couple times. So oh, let's see here. Yep. I was just reading that comment there. Yeah, you want to see what orbs look like on thermal. And I've tried before when all this was going on. I had two FLIRs at the time, the FLIR Scouts. I have one left. Um and I would try with the thermal, and I noticed that was the thing that I noticed is that I wasn't able to pick them up on thermal. Although I have heard people out there talk about that they could capture certain anomalies on thermal, but it makes me question these particular ones here. So, yeah, it's definitely something I've wanted to talk about. Glad we brought that up now. I also pulled up, I was like, well, checking out, we'll be talking about orbs. So I looked into a few things. I found this website here that had quite a bit of footage, orbs, and now see these. So it makes me wonder. I was like, so are these because I think the orbs that I seen, because I seen these things go up into the sky, into the forest, as I've described before, and I always describe it like a in the video there, it didn't look as bright, and sometimes they'll get dim, bright, they change, they could turn on, turn off, and I've even seen them change colors. Um, so I questioned, are those different than the spirit orbs that a lot of the paranormal investigators encounter and get? And but I think there might be one and the same. I would think. And here are some pictures. And I don't know if you could see the name of this website. Let's see here. I think the StreamYard. There we go. It is. Can you guys read that on the top right? I know I made it smaller, but the StreamYard logo was covering it when I blow it up. Yeah. Anyway, I kind of want to give a little props to the website in case anyone else wants to check it out further because there's a bunch of footage. I can't scroll. See, I haven't learned how to scroll, but I know if I go out, let's see, stop sharing. There we go. Yeah, I couldn't read the little small print there, but see if I could look them up again. There goes another train. All right, here I'm able to scroll. So it's Pinterest is the name of the website, I believe. Pinterest. And then the title's Orbs and the Unexplained. So I'm gonna scroll a little further up so you could see a little more of some of the footage they have up here. Super cool. Let's see, boom. Hopefully you all could see that. Let's see. Could I put a link in the chat? Oh, you want to test my live streaming skills, huh, Kaiju? Putting the pressure on me. How do I do that? Let's see. How oh, okay. Maybe if I go here. I'm learning something. You're getting me out of the comfort zone here, Kaiju, which is good. Gotta learn how to do this. Let's see. Could we copy? Duplicate. Yeah, I'm not sure if I could do that. Yeah, no problem. I want to learn how to do all that. I watch a lot of different people that live stream and stuff, and I see them operate so smoothly. It's amazing. And yeah, definitely a skill. That's I think maybe one of the reasons I've been going on later, just to kind of it's almost like uh testing the waters and all that. And I feel pretty comfortable with you all here. So yeah, no, I'm having a little trouble with the link. But watch, I'll give you the name again. It is, let's see. So it's Pinterest. So Pinterest. And then Orbs and the Unexplained. So maybe let's see if here I could. Yep. Copy link. Let's see where you at. Copy link address. Thank you. Copied link. Let's go back to share here. Let's see if we could. I see someone put it. You already put it in the chat there. Right on. Let's see if I could do it. See, I got the website, but it didn't get that exact page, I think. Right on. Thank you, Kaiju. Boom. I almost got it. Usually, I'll explain again. I would like freak out when trying to have to do something live and not know how to do it. I'd be like, oh my God, they're watching. Put all this pressure on myself. And I know, just take it easy, breathe one step at a time. And even what to talk about next too, just to keep the flow going. It's could be challenging sometimes. And once I definitely feel the steam burning out, then that I know it's time to hang it up. Much appreciated, the Bat Mom. And I know I'll get better. So let me scroll a little further down so you can see a few other objects. So as you can see, they're not always they don't always seem to be perfectly round. They could come in different weird shapes. Now, are they the same thing? I don't know. And then on, let's see, we got another site I had pulled up, and I think it might have just been like a wiki or something, but just kind of explained what orbs could be, what causes, what could cause things like that. And yeah, I think it's just a Google search here. And then it says orbs in the woods typically refers to small glowing spherical lights, sometimes seen in the forested areas, which can be attributed to natural phenomena like dust particles reflecting light, moisture in the air, or even bioluminescent fungi. Whoa, groovy. Commonly called foxfire. Interesting. And I have seen some trippy fungus like that before. Even some bugs that I think were bioluminescent that emit a glowing light from decaying wood. However, some people may interpret them as supernatural entities or spirits depending on their beliefs. Do you do you all think there's something to these lights that are supernatural? What do you think? Kaiju, have you experienced them? Batmom? Anyone else? T Bone out there? Who else is in the chat? I like Ike. What up? To Ike, they seem to be dust particles. Right on. Have you ever experienced them or witnessed them or captured them with a camera or anything like that? Yeah. Who knows? It's weird, huh? I've heard another possibility is maybe certain minerals under that particular area that can cause some sort of light phenomenon like that as well. I forget what exactly can do that, but I have heard of that. Where am I at? Boom, boom. Here we are. All right. Well, hitting the hour and a half mark here. Appreciate you all joining me, checking out these game cam clips. And yeah, not sure what's going on the rest of the week here. We're just keeping an ear out to any information coming our way, doing with having to do with the situation out here. Other than that, we'll be regular scheduled shop hangouts. We'll be working at the shop, y'all. Uh and yeah, tomorrow I guess we're gonna figure out the donations. We my brother went through some of the clothing at the shop and selected some things that uh he felt we could donate, and we'll be doing that tomorrow. Got some projects also set up for the shop. Recently got some building materials, so we're going to be building, I think, some new racks and cases, and there's some definitely some movement going on in there, so we'll be doing some revamping and all that fun stuff. So Ike here, Bigfoot Dwarf. I've seen other pics where they said these were just weird reflections. Uh, yeah, you guys stay safe as well. Um, yeah, we're gonna continue going live like this from the shop and from here. If anyone would like to ever join Kaiju, uh, we could definitely set something up and it could just be a hangout, and talk like this. We could show maybe some stuff maybe you'd like to show. And yeah, no pressure or rush. Let me know. Anyone else interested? And then eventually we're gonna be setting up some solid shows too, you guys. We'll have some interesting people to talk to and yeah, good stuff. 2025. Here we go. It's been wild, but we're hanging on, y'all. So peace out. I'll drop a little track here.